All right, we go to Whack 169, Corey. Hey guys, hope all's well. I've asked this question a few different times. No one's ever answered it, but I think it's an answerable question. How much is it going to cost to have a really good college football team every year? I'm not asking for specific player amounts, but more along the lines of how much money a great college team is going to cost. 10, $20 million spread over the roster every year. Keep hearing about paying players. I'm asking because I would like to know, what does it take to make FSU competitive nationally? What kind of numbers do we need to shoot for with raising money each year? Thanks. Hope you have a great and safe weekend. This is a good question. I think a lot of people do want to know about this. We're going to figure it out, I guess. Maybe some way. I did some math, Corey. Watch out, everybody. I did some math. Let's do it. Fire up the cameras. Fire up the generators. Let's generate discussion. Sparked by Cummins. But before we do that, Corey, we actually got to give away some free swag. The whole point of this thing, everybody, is that you ask a really good question and then you get showcased into a drawing every single month for free swag, and then you get entered to a grand prize drawing at the end of the year. So we've got our 4 winners from the month of June. It's time to give away some free swag. Again, be a member of warchant.com. Get involved. Ask a question that's really great, that sparks discussion. And we do this, generates discussion, rather. Let's spin the wheel, Aslan. Stop talking. We've done so much content, folks. You wouldn't even know the half of it. The winner from the month of June is, it looks like it's going to be Grumpy BK. It is. Grumpy BK edges out Noles, Seminole Life, and Stuffio. Josh, look for a DM. Give me your address. We will then go ahead and send you your swag. So with that said, Corey, the question again, this one comes from our guy, Whack 169, about how much money it's going to cost. Well, what we do know is that Ryan Day, the head football coach at Ohio State, said $13 million, Corey. So follow me on this one.
Okay.
So we're going to allocate 60% of our money on our 22 starters. So that's $8 million. That would break out to roughly $363,000 a player, which maybe sounds a little too steep, but when you think about the averages over your quarterback, your first round pass rusher, edge rusher, who knows? So then we'll spend $3 million of our $13 million pie on 40 players, kind of our depth pieces, if you will. So that gives us 62 players. So 40% of your players get about 23% of your salary, $3 million roughly. $3 million over those 40 players. They get $75,000 each. Now you got about 19 or 20 players left on scholarship. We're going to probably think that they're freshmen, Corey, and these guys are getting paid. So that's about $2 million that's left. And over those 20 guys, that's $100,000 per head. So to me, 13 sounds probably about, that keeps you top 12-ish playoff competitive, I feel like.
Yeah, okay. I like the math, and it's not like you're using the Akron coach. You're using the Ohio State coach. Now, you could argue that Florida State maybe doesn't have the resources and means that Ohio State has when it comes to this, because they don't get Big Ten money. So maybe Florida State is $10 million. But who knows, by the way. But that certainly doesn't that number is not a surprising or stunning number in any way. Like, it just feels like what do you think Ohio State is paying Caleb Downs?
At least $1 million. At least $1 million.
That's a safety. He's a great one. He's a safety. So now you got to think, okay, they're paying one guy probably $1 million. What are they paying the other safety?
I mean, they quit Sean Judkins from Ole Miss, allegedly wanted 7 figures. I hope they didn't pay $1 million to a running back when they already had Travion Henderson. But let's say like $750. You're almost at $2 million on 2 players, and you
got 83 others.
And you brought a quarterback in from Kansas State. You've got Emeka Akuba, who's a really good wide receiver already. You've got the Tuamalo kid, defensive end, that might have been able to go pro last year. He's kind of Verse-esque, where like he turned down going pro to come back another year. That's probably another close to 7-figure investment, I would think. So do you even want to throw what you think your 9, or let's not even say the 9, like the top 6 draft picks Florida State had, how much you think they made?
On
average, probably, if you average out how much money they all made, I would think probably like over $350,000, which comes out to that kind of figure about, if you spend 60% of a $13 million salary on your starters, those guys get about $363,000 a pop.
This is kind of what's so wrong with this current setup is there are no known numbers. We're using a quote from Ryan Day. We have no idea. No other big time sport operates like this, where payment is legal, but nobody knows how much anybody is getting. So it is all a guesstimate. Nothing. I mean, $20 million would surprise me. So would not as much as $1 million. If $1 million was the total, that would absolutely surprise me because we know that's not true. So yeah, 10 to 20 is probably about right, and it's just going to keep going up.
All right. What do you think, everybody? How much money do you think it cost to generate a playoff caliber team in the year 2024? Post in the comments, post it over on the message boards. Thanks for watching. Head over to Cummins Lifestyle. It's all one word on Instagram. Give them a follow. They're encouraging us to make content. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this stuff for you folks. So give them a shout out.
Whether the power is out or you're out of pocket, be the hero with portable power from Cummins, a global power leader. Own power stations, perfect for mobile lifestyles, small and compact. Cummins own power stations provide temporary, off-the-grid power. Use it to charge your mobile devices, power your TV for the tailgate, run a fan to cool the party, or light up the after-dark celebration. Cummins offers power stations from 100 to 1,000 watts. These can be very handy during those temporary thunderstorm power outages we often get in the southeast in the afternoons. Use the promo code TAILGATE, TAILG, numeral 8, for a 10% discount at shop.cummins.com.